Hello, 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 hello. Welcome. Am I talking? I am talking, yes. Hi. Welcome everyone in the chat. Today we have... Woo! We have InvaderPixel, an alien. Would you like to...
One whole alien, sorry.
One whole alien.
One whole alien.
Do you want to give us a little introduction?
Little introduction. Hey everyone, my name is Pixel Miss Prime. I am an invading space witch on the planet Lexus 4. I am 269 years old, and I was sent to invade your planet, but I got distracted by the discovery of video games and junk food. And now I'm here.
That's pretty simple. I like it.
Simple. Very simple. I'm not like I don't have like a huge like lore backstory. I try and keep things like kind of simple. My memory's kind of bad, so yeah, I like short and simple. I'm here, I'm invading, but I decided not to because video games are cool.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the non-invasion.
The non-invasion.
So the number one question on my interview list, because I'm a professional, I have a Google document, which totally just doesn't have just ask questions underlined on it. Is how you doing today?
Pretty good. It's nice and sunny. I crash landed in England a little while ago. Weather's all over the place here. But yeah, it's been abnormally hot. It's been abnormally hot. I'm not usually a kind of sun worshipper. But it's hard to resist when it's this nice outside. Yeah, it's been pretty good. How's your day been? Flipping it back on you.
Oh shit, wasn't prepared. It's all right. Yeah, I went out to ASDA, famous British institution, ASDA.
Oh yeah, we love ASDA.
I got some Grogu Star Wars themed bed sheets because I'm cool like that. What else did I do today? I was working more on VTuber stuff behind the scenes because the work for thank you Twiggy for the taking the bat oath. Welcome. And then I went to nap, and then I regret napping because I missed the Nintendo E3 stuff, and I missed a new Metroid game getting announced. But it's okay.
I didn't see it either. What a terrible VTuber gamer I am. I didn't watch it. I spent most of the afternoon battling with Unity. If you know the program. I was trying to give myself some studious glasses. But yeah, it was way above my league, so I'll go glassesless. I'll pretend to be studious without glasses.
It's okay. We'll accept you as you are, even without. We'll just pretend. I'll just draw on my monitor.
Draw some glasses on me.
Yeah, and then a little mustache.
I was about to say, only if it comes with a mustache.
But yeah, normally the bit I do after is I say what I already know about you, and then we move on to asking you about you. But I think you pretty much covered. You're an alien. I am an alien. I'm an alien. You stream them gosh darn video games.
I do. I'm mainly a console streamer. My setup is a little bit rubbish. So yeah, I'm lucky. I'm very lucky, and I'm very blessed to get a PS5. Ooh. So I've been going kind of ham with that recently. Ratchet and Clank was released the other day. So I've been having a good old bash at that. A lot of fun. PS5 is really an amazing bit of kit. The haptic feedback and stuff on the controller. Amazing.
Was it difficult to get your paws on?
But no, see, this is the thing. This is why I'm very lucky and blessed. Release day, UK, went to about 2 or 3 different websites, refreshed, nothing, absolutely nothing. All sold out, and then went to Amazon, said it was sold out, refreshed the page, suddenly said it was in stock, hit buy now, it turned up the next day.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know how. Apparently they literally only had about, I think it was like 50 in the Amazon warehouse on the day. So it was literally, it was magic. It was it was just clicking refresh at the exact right time and being quick on the buzzer when it comes to buying.
That was, you got incredibly lucky. That was now you are #blessed as
I was about to say,
says.
I just saw Twiggy call on #blessed, #blessed. Yes, very.
She also loves your hair. I can't remember if I mentioned.
Yes, I just saw it. Sorry, I was a bit slow on opening the thing. Yes, thank you very much.
I think that sums you up. I've seen you sometimes do YouTube watching of interesting videos, like aliens and monsters and cryptids and such.
Yeah, I've been a little bit. I've been with the YouTube. I used to do. Well, I still do. We'll say it's on hiatus. That's the polite way of saying that I'll come back to something, right? That I used to do Weird and Wonderful Earth, where I'd find a topic and then watch videos about it. So I did like science, and I've done aliens, and stuff like that. But it was around the time that a lot of people, quite a few VTubers that I know, were getting hit with DCMA takedowns, for like really small stuff, and it scared me. It scared me a little bit. I think I just need to be more vigilant with what I watch. But yeah, I tried to do different topics. Aliens was definitely a fun one. Science did as well. I think I don't think I got around to the cryptid one yet. I think that was like the main one that I wanted to do.
It's Pixel's cryptid stream is lesser spotted and rare to find.
Yes. I do love cryptids. I love cryptids. I mean, it's kind of hard not to. They're my brethren, right? I mean, I'm an alien. It's interesting to see what strange creatures inhabit. Rarely seen.
I like to think everyone has a favorite cryptid, even if they don't think about it.
I think mine's maybe Mothman. Mothman's pretty cool.
Ah, yeah, Mothman. Vigilante or savior?
Ah, yes. The eternal debate of does he foretell disaster, or does he cause it? We shall never know.
Is Pixel
unless you can interview him? Unless you can interview Mothman, then maybe we'll find out.
Is Mothman a VTuber?
Maybe. There's pretty much a VTuber for everything. There's gotta be a Mothman VTuber, right?
I've seen a few moths. I haven't seen Mothman. Should have done that now. Should have done that. Is Pixel a cryptic? I think that's meant to be cryptid.
I am a cryptid. I am an alien. I'm an alien, which is kind of a cryptid.
My chat sends to ask very tough, hard-hitting questions, like, what is your favorite biscuit?
Who's my favorite biscuit? Oh, maybe a chocolate digestive.
Ooh, a classic.
Yeah, a chocolate digestive, or maybe you know, the ones with the caramel in the middle. Those are pretty good.
Whoa, they sound pretty good.
Yeah, now I'm hungry. What have you done to me?
Just
I'm hungry already.
Have snacks next to you, VTuber snacks.
VTuber snacks.
I actually have I purposely bought a set of drawers to put next to my desk just to fill with snacks.
Really? That's a great idea.
Because I went to IKEA once and I went a bit overboard with snacks.
Excuse my hand.
It's
Sometimes
alright.
they react badly to gravity.
I also have funky hands. They used to get confused with my microphone above me, so I would often get like my
Yeah.
hands just yeah. It's it's some unique stuff.
It is. It is. It's the best kind of scuff.
Before we get on to the real questions, this is my 10th interview, so thank you. You're the big 1-0.
Happy anniversary, would it be? Happy
guess so.
VTuber. Happy 10. Happy 10. There you go.
Thank you. We'll
Double digits.
it's I don't really know how to celebrate it, but yeah. So VTubers. How did you discover them?
Me, I believe the first VTuber I technically saw was Kazuna Ai. I don't know. I wouldn't say Hatsune Miku is a VTuber, but she's got that same quality. Girl quality. Yeah, the first I saw was Kazuna Ai. Mind blown instantly. I just thought it was really cool, you know? I mean, if you're grown up, you know, watching anime and being kind of into tech and like cyberpunk and stuff like I was, like the idea of being able to create like an avatar for yourself, literally an avatar. Yeah, and being that that anime girl, being that whatever you want is just awesome. I think I fully fell in love with it when I mean everyone always says Hololive. I saw a few. I think Pakora was the first Hololive.
We have some Pakora fans in the chat.
I love Pakora. Peko. Yeah. And then I fell into the pit of V Shoujo. And
Classic.
it was a different spin. You know, I mean, Hololive, I feel they've tried very hard to be on their best behavior, and to kind of see a bunch of V Shoujo girls, kind of being raucous, being a little nasty, kind of appealed, and that was like the cementing thing when I was like, oh, okay, my potty mouth can kind of can be okay.
Feel free. You can say
my
fuck
potty
here.
mouth and my weirdness can be okay. I was not say so enough to be Hololive, but yeah, seeing V Shoujo completely converted me.
I feel like Hololive EN was like that was like the East's attempt to get the Western world into it, and then V Shoujo was sort of like
a byproduct.
Yeah, like the first actual Western attempt of VTubing.
They're like the punk children of Hololive.
And then once you start going down the rabbit hole, you start discovering indie VTubers, and then that's a whole vast underground lake of
yeah,
so many.
Independent and indie.
Doldine asks, what is your favorite V Shoujo girl?
Oh god, that's really hard to pick. I would say Zentreya is maybe one of my favorites, just because she's almost a prop comedian, right? Like the way she uses props, the way that she has like her Gecko Zen and all that. I think it's so innovative. I think it's really clever, and for basically not having a voice per se, she has so much personality, and it's like the ultimate mix of like personality mixed with technology that like everyone, including me, has like fallen in love with someone who really you don't really know anything about. We haven't even like heard her voice, you know? She's text to speech. So I think that's so fascinating. I think she's so funny. Nyana's, of course, in my opinion, the original, just because she's nasty and she's fun. She keeps the balance between being like kind of gross and also kind of cute. She's got that balance down really well.
She's an OG as well. She's been around for a while.
Hell yeah, OG nanas. And yeah, I like all of them. I feel like fruit needs more love. I feel fruit usually gets overlooked a lot in the free shoujo circles when I think she's incredibly talented and really cute.
Oh yeah, she almost feels like a black sheep in a way of it, because she's not like super lewd. She's not like Say So, but she's not. But maybe being that sort of slightly hidden side is good, and maybe that's more of an audience that she'll get.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you have any favorites outside of the corpo tubers?
Corpo tubers. A lot of people that like I kind of like am growing friends with, I guess. Zinnaby Van, another alien VTuber, is such a sweetheart, and I think she does a great job. Now I need to I need to open my list so I can see. There's quite a lot of people who I go on. I'm opening my list now. I'm opening my list of people.
Do it.
You, Komori Mojo. Monkey Tube. We've lost
Monkey Tube.
We've lost Monkey Tube.
I didn't know you were
definitely a favorite.
Big Monkey Tube fan. We are massive Monkey Tube fans here at Komori Mojo Inc.
Yeah, well, it's like, again, it's the innovation. I like people that do things a little bit differently, and Monkey Tube I thought was like the purest like definition of that. Like he definitely was not he's not an adorable cat girl who goes, you know. He's got his own thing going on, and I really appreciate that. I like people that do things a bit differently. So yeah, if anyone ever has any sort of VTubers out there that they're fans of that do things a little bit outside the box, throw them at me. I'm always looking for new people to follow, to chat to collab with. I like innovation.
That's one of the good things I find about VTubing is you have a lot more freedom in a way.
Yeah, well, you can do anything. I mean, it's literally granted your sort of your technology, but also it's the limit is your imagination. You know, like, I mean, I work with a pretty rubbish setup, but yeah, I got a big imagination. I got a big imagination. Imagination. So yeah, it's people that really harness that, you know.
Do you think any of these people have inspired you, or have you sort of I think inspired is the word. Have you sort of like emulated any parts of any of these VTubers or anything like that?
I would say, well, when it comes to like my design and stuff, I did my little like glowy neon hollow hair is literally like a little nod to Kazuna Eye. Apart from that, I don't know. I think it's good. It's like a fine line, you know, between like being inspired and kind of like taking directly. I try not to take anything directly. I try to be inspired. I'd say honestly, still I think Zen is for me is actually a like an inspiration, because yeah, like I said, she's a prop comedian, and I think that's so clever, and I'd like to use more props, more models, more stuff to kind of like evolve, you know.
You definitely have the most outfits I know of any VTuber, so.
Hey, I love fashion. I'm a fashion girl. I'm a fashion girl in real life, and so I try to carry that over to VTubing. I like variety. Variety's fun, right? It's like an extra level of ooh, what's Pixel like wearing today? You know, it's like a extra level of fun.
I think that's definitely one of the perks of Vroid is the ability to very easily swap outfits.
Oh yeah. It's also the bonus of doing it yourself, you know?
Hmm.
That I feel a lot of people who commission their models. I mean, it's great, support your artists, but you're also a little bit limited to what you can do. If someone has made it for you, you don't really have the ability or the access to like do the stuff yourself. Whereas making your model yourself gives you a lot more opportunities to just be like, you know what? I don't like that eye color. I'm just gonna change it, and in 10 minutes you've done it. Or, you know, ooh, that's a cool outfit. Like, that'll look good. Let's do that. Let's stick it on. Yeah, it's one of the bonuses of doing it yourself. I have many outfits, and I think I've got two different hairstyles.
Oh. Mix and match. Fashion. Is it Fashion Fiesta?
There you go. You can kind of see it. It's a bit.
Oh.
I got a braid.
Gravity defying.
Gravity defying braid.
Bum, bum, bum. So yeah, you've already explained your character lore. You're an alien who is among us. I hate that reference, but
among us, I am among you. I am sus. I am sus AF. I'm a sussy backer.
I like hearing about your ship. That's the best part.
Yeah. I've got quite a lot of stuff if you're interested of like why I look the way I do.
Go for it.
Yeah, I try to basically make Pixel kind of like me in real life, like condensed. Does that make sense? So I poured everything that I like into it. So it kind of design wise, I'm half alien gray. You know, the classic little gray aliens you see. I am half Hopkinsville Goblin. Hopkinsville Goblins were strange beings that appeared in Kentucky in 1955. They attacked a farm, and they were little tiny goblins with large ears and extremely large eyes. They're actually used as the inspiration for who's the Pokemon with the big diamonds for eyes?
I know who you're talking about. It's like purple, right?
Yeah, Sableye.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the Hopkinsville Goblins were the direct inspiration for Sableye. So yeah, I'm half grey, half Hopkinsville Goblin. I got space buns, because the very first anime I knew was Sailor Moon.
Oh, classic.
So that's a little homage. One of my favorite anime is Outlaw Star. And there's a character in that called Aisha Clan who has a braid that goes all the way down to the floor, that I loved. So I added a braid. My eye makeup is based on drag queens. I love drag culture. I've known some drag queens in the past.
Ooh.
It's Yep. It's also, so it's kind of a little homage to drag queens. It's also the colors of my real life glasses. They are white, purple, and pink.
Ooh.
So technically, Pixel's eye makeup is my real glasses. And you can't really see it because I'm wearing a bad outfit. My arm's going crazy. But I have a full sleeve tattoo as well that's based on my real one as well. So I kind of just like condensed me and then squished it and made a character out of it. I've always been interested in like the paranormal and UFOs and aliens and stuff. My dad was super into astronomy. So yeah, I thought an alien was a good choice.
That's
Sometimes everyone feels a little bit out of this world, right? Sometimes everyone feels a little bit alien.
Cult stuff.
Cult stuff. I love cult stuff.
Big fan of cult stuff here at don't know what to call my stuff. The problem is I'm transitioning into my re-debut, so so I don't really have a like theming or much set up yet.
Right.
We will at some point. One of us join us in the cult. But yeah, I was going to say, I think it's very important to have aspects of yourself in your character.
Yeah, I agree.
Not only does it make it unique, it also if it's going to be something you're going to be not quite stuck with, but something you're going to be representing for possibly years, it's important that it's like something that's you and easy to represent, and not something you might possibly fall into imposter syndrome into.
Yes.
A tip I heard
that's
from
what I tried to do.
a tip I heard from wrestlers is you should take an aspect of yourself and then amplify it by like 4,000% or something.
Right. Wrestlers. Do you know Ladybeard?
I don't know a huge amount about wrestlers, I'm afraid, but Ladybeard sounds like a good one.
You should after this Ladybeard is Australian who moved to Japan. And he's a wrestler, but he is also a idol. He is a pop star in Japan, and he has a band called Lady Baby.
Oh.
And he is essentially a 6'4" massive Australian man who wears his hair in pigtails and wears like maid outfits. And he is adorable.
Oh, I think did he do something with Baby Metal?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's right. I've seen him.
With Baby Metal. He's also done some videos and some collabs and that with Sid Snap and the gang who kind of float around VTuber circles.
Oh, definitely have to.
I love him. I don't even know him. Oh, him, yeah, legend. He's great. There you go. That's my little bit of pixel. That's my pixel gift to you all. Ladybeard.
Ladybeard. We'll have to track him down at some point. I had I used to have this television behind us working, but it kept, once OBS had an update, it kept crashing, so I had to had to unplug the TV. I could have got Ladybeard up. But yeah, it's actually pretty good. We're getting through these slowly, which is good. How did you start streaming?
I feel like I actually saw a kind of meme about this like earlier. Is that like I feel like the pandemic has kind of like pushed a lot of people towards it. You know, a lot of us were kind of like at home, not really knowing what to do, just kind of like staring at the walls. And it kind of got to the point where I was like, well, I'm playing video games anyway. And I miss people. I miss talking to people. I miss interacting with people. And I'm playing video games. Why don't I play video games online, and then I can do what I enjoy and talk to people at the same time? Yeah, so it kind of just came from there. And then I was like, oh, streaming. I don't know. Do I want to use my face? Do I like? I'm happy with like sounds very arrogant. I'm happy with the way I look, but do I really want to plaster my face like all over the internet? I don't know. Yeah, and then I was like, oh, VTubing. That's a thing, and that's a thing I can do. So yeah, I just kind of I first went on Fiverr to look up models, and was greeted with the price tags, which are warranted because like a lot of work and a lot of like artistic merit goes into them, but it's not money I had. Yeah, so I kind of just taught myself Vroid, and from there just kind of kept doing it and kept smashing my head against the computer until I was happy, and then I was like, well, I got a model, let's make a Twitch channel. And then I just kind of went from there, and here I am. I've only been doing this just under 2 months, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't been around very long, but I'm having a great time.
As long as you're enjoying it, that's the important part.
Hell yeah.
There is definitely some, because with 2D models, there seems to be like a sliding scale of like there's cheap ones, medium priced ones, and expensive ones. But with 3D, it seems to be either cheap or super expensive. There is no in between.
Yeah.
Very impressed. Oh.
Sick model pixel. Thank you, thank you. I'll take some credit. A lot of my outfits, including this one, are made by someone on booth called Ofuji.
Oh.
They make absolutely amazing stuff. A lot of my outfits are from them. The quality is just so high that I feel like I could never reproduce it, you know? So I made a lot of my own outfits to begin with. And then I was happy with everything apart from the clothes. And I was like, okay, these outfits are kind of cute, but like they're not cyberpunk enough. They're not me enough. And then yeah, I found a Fuji, and that's where I got a lot of my outfits. They deserve all the credit. When it comes to everything else, the design and all that, I've done it myself, but I will not take credit for the clothing.
And now your
credit where credit is due.
outfit is full of all their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the next question would be, how are you finding streaming currently, and what are you streaming currently?
I'm enjoying streaming. I'm having a great time. I think I'm just like I'm held back by my equipment. That's literally it. But so there's a lot of stuff that I would like to do, and a lot of games that I would like to play that I just like don't have the kind of ability to. But no, I'm having a great time. I'm streaming in console. I play a lot of Borderlands 3. I play a lot of Ratchet and Clank. I'm playing at the minute. Rift Apart, very good. I also play a little bit of Apex here and there. I also do some more like indie games. Busy Grove is a really good one that I'm playing. That it's kind of like Animal Crossing smashed with Don't Starve.
Oh
That's
yeah.
like a great chill game. Oh, I found one the other day called Ord, O-R-D, and it's like 3-word stories. So it's like it'll literally say the equivalent of like wake, and then you have 2 options, and it's snooze or get up. So you choose snooze, and then it says, you know, snooze cat, and then you're like cat pet, cat feed, you know. And then you kind of go through. It's like a choose your own adventure, but in 3 words.
That's pretty
cool. A lot of fun. I might stream some of that at the weekend. It's very good. It's very good. I like all sorts of games. I was playing quite a bit of Genshin. I feel like that's the standard. Like, oh, you're a VTuber? Do you play? Play Genshin? But I kind of lost a little bit. I lost touch with it a bit. I should go back. But
it's a very
the PlayStation
big,
5's the PlayStation 5's data hard drive is actually cripplingly small. So I have to do the thing where you uninstall and reinstall games every time you want to play something. But yeah, I'd say Borderlands 3, sometimes Diablo 3 as well.
Oh,
I got quite a good selection.
Diablo 3 is almost a retro game, which is a bit
almost. Yeah.
It's quite scary because I remember it coming out.
Oh, I remember it coming out, and I remember all the servers going down, and I remember staying up till 3 a.m. crying at the computer because I couldn't get on.
So many
like,
crash.
No.
Fuck. Hello Puffle, welcome. Thank you. Welcome to the Cauldron. If you didn't know, a cauldron is one of the names for a group of bats. Today we're interviewing
InvaderPixel. I didn't know that one.
You know Puffle?
No. I didn't know that. I didn't know that a group of bats was called a cauldron. I know about the raft of otters, and I know the murder of crows, and a parliament of owls.
Oh yeah, Parliament of Owls is good. But I think if bats are out flying, they're a swarm. If they're in a cave, they are a colony. And I think cauldron is like sort of a generic word for a group of bats. This is all according to Google, so I don't know how accurate this is. But if anyone is new and just joined the stream, feel free to ask Pixel any questions you desire.
Ask me, yay! I have a I have the chat open on my phone, but my phone's on low battery. So if I don't see your questions instantly, just yell at me.
Bugs or has asked the most difficult question of all time of what is your favorite video game of all time?
Oh man. Oh. I'm tempted to say Kingdom Hearts, the first one. Because that was one of the first games that I ever 100% completed, like entirely on my own. I have a brother, so when I was a little pupa, back on Lexus 4, I was so little that I would always be like, please help, I can't do this boss, I can't get past this bit, please help me. And Kingdom Hearts was the first game that I ever was like, no, I am not asking for help. I'm doing this entirely on my own.
Is that your
so yeah, I think
coming of
Kingdom
age?
Hearts. It was my first gaming triumph. It's a good game.
I haven't actually got around to playing it. I've seen enough footage of it. It's quite impressive how they managed to mix all of those Disney movies and some Square Enix stuff into one.
Yeah, it's uncanny. It's like you're talking to like Goofy and Mickey, and then just like Cloud walks in, and you're just like, what is going on?
So weird. But I guess that's just.
I know. I think that's why I like it, because it's really out there. Like.
What about game you've spent the most hours on or in?
Ooh. Realistically, probably World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah.
I was a big World of Warcraft player for many years. Too many years spent on World of Warcraft.
I think MMOs sort of cheat in that regard because you just have to do so much in WoW. There's so much to do.
Yeah. Apart from that, it's a weird one. I think they've actually cancelled and like removed it like from the internet. I don't think it's even playable anymore. There used to be a game called Marvel Heroes.
Oh yeah, that was
Steam. I sunk a crap ton of time, energy, and money into that game. If I went on Steam right now, I'd probably say like, I don't know, hundreds, if not getting on like thousands of hours worth of Marvel Heroes.
That was the like online Diablo like one, right?
Yes, it's very much. You pick a character and then you know smash stuff and collect things.
It wasn't the mobile one, Geraldine, if I remember correctly. Who did you?
No. It was. Well, I played it on Steam. I played it on PC.
What was your hero of choice?
Oh, so many. Deadpool, but there was Lady Deadpool that I had the skin for. That was fantastic. Deadpool had a move where you would literally break the game. And the whole screen would like go pixelated and like stuff would explode. It was a lot of fun. I can't remember. It was almost a gacha kind of game. Like you would collect all the heroes. But yeah, Deadpool is definitely up there. Loki was a lot of fun. Oh no, I just remembered. I remembered who was my absolute favorite. Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl. Yeah, she had a ravenous flock of squirrels that you could throw at people. And literally her entire moveset was just like a huge like zombie swarm. A zombie style swarm of squirrels that you would just throw at people. That was just charming and badass at the same time.
Gotta get in on that squirrel swarm. But if we cycle back to WoW, that's what professionals say, right? What was your main race and class?
I played all sorts, but I'd say my two mains were probably an undead priest.
Oh, okay.
And in the end, I started as a Tauren, but I ended up, when they introduced the race swapping, I went to a troll druid for a long time as well. Yeah, those are probably I played on Alliance side for a while, and I was a
Ooh,
druid there as well.
ooh,
And then
Alliance.
I went full horde, and the trolls looked a little bit better than the Taurens, in my
Hmm.
opinion. So I swapped to a troll.
Yeah, the Taurens can be. I feel like in some armor sets they look very good, but most of the time they're
Mhm.
just not great. Uh,
The big boys and girls.
hmm.
Although the horn selection is fun.
Yeah, yeah. I think they added a whole bunch in the new update, but I haven't played this expansion.
No, I haven't played in a long time. I think last time I played was maybe just as Legion came out, so that was a
Oh
hot
yeah,
minute ago.
the purple expansion.
The purple expansion, yes.
Uh, I think I played a little bit of BFA and then I stopped. I retired.
Mm.
It's a huge time sink MMOs are, so
They really are. They really are. And it's if you don't sync the time and if you don't keep up to date, then you fall behind so heavily that
hmm.
it takes even more time to get up to date. It's a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah. So many hours I've spent just listening to YouTube videos and just grinding on stuff.
Same.
What was the best raid for you in WoW?
Ooh. Hmm. I would say one of the most enjoyable ones is maybe Ulduar.
Hmm.
Am I thinking about that right? The one up in the mountains. Is that all?
Rise Mountain. Is that the one?
Yes.
That's a different one
Yes.
though. Ah.
No, it was the one, and it was the one with the robot, and it ended with Yog Saron.
Hmm. I think I
And
remember.
yeah, that was one of the best. And I don't know. I spent a lot of time on bloody Deathwing. Goddamn Deathwing. The amount
So
of time I spent on Deathwing, trying to do heroic Deathwing. So I would say maybe not one of my favorites, but that's the one I've probably done the most. That when I think back to World of Warcraft, I think of goddamn Deathwing.
it's a rite of passage, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Trying to remember what I did. I didn't get into raiding until quite late.
Mm.
I remember spending a lot of time in the Emerald Dream.
Yes, yes.
Doing that bloody. I can't even remember what it is. It was like a giant blob, and then you had to like run in and do a massive DPS, and then the rest you had to spend like shooting tentacles.
I think I know exactly what you're on about. Yeah.
But I think like in general, I didn't play it, but I quite like the that Elder one from the original WoW. I can't remember what it's called now. Big fan I am. But there was like an Eldritch boss in like a pyramid.
The Ankaraj, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
And then it was a giant eyeball with tentacles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I guess the absolute classic is Ice Crown Citadel.
Yeah.
Going up and fighting the old big bad himself.
Big bad, Arthas?
Yeah, yeah.
Lich King?
I just remember soloing that one because that was the point in which I started doing stuff. I wish I played Mr. Pandara when it was actually like current content because I love all the theming.
Yeah, I was an old school player. I was playing since vanilla.
Wow.
Yeah. So way back in the day when I was a tiny, probably too young to be to be playing an MMO. But yeah, I was there all the way from vanilla. Up until Legion. I was on and off a few times, but yeah, it was a long time.
It's a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever play release nights when they would release expansions?
Oh yeah, I did, and everything would crash, and everyone would swarm, and you would never be able to do anything, and you couldn't click the NPC because everyone was crowding on top of it.
I think those are like the highlights of MMOs, especially WoW.
Yeah.
Um,
Like
I think
big events.
Yeah. Hello. I don't know. Mist was not exactly disappointing. I remember how much I hated the starting area. Oh yeah. The starting area was not great in. I can't remember what the Alliance side was like. I've only played it on Horde, with all the monkeys.
Horde for life.
Definitely, they have the more interesting races. I feel.
Yeah, I've never understood. Like, why would you? You can be an orc. You could be a Tauren. You could be undead. And there's people that play a human. It's like I'm a human every day. I don't want to be a human. I want to be an alien. I want to be something else.
Yeah, I can see some people would like it, but come on. And then it's just like dwarf is a bit more interesting, and then gnome, space cow. Werewolves are kind of interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's just hairy humans.
Hairy humans.
Should probably move on from WoW and come back to WoW later. Otherwise, this will just become WoW stream. Are there any other MMOs you spent a lot of time in?
I played quite a bit of Guild Wars 2.
Oh.
I played. Oh god, I can't even remember. Well, I played quite a bit, but I didn't play a lot. I mean, put it this way, I can't even remember the name of the race. What race would you imagine me playing? Looking at me, I was that race. I was the little one with the floppy ears.
Yeah, I forgot what they're called now. Is it? No, not Char. Char was the one I played. The cat people.
Yeah, Char with the big beasties, right?
I remember I was at a conference in Eurogamer before they called it EGX. And I didn't know like anything about this game, and I was with a friend because it was like a college trip, and he was like, "Oh, come watch this talk," and I was like, "Fine," and I was like blown away by the trailer with the piano.
Yes.
That music was so good. I don't think I've ever seen a better trailer, apart from WoW, but WoW doesn't count because they've got like a whole animation studio basically.
I know, they're just like outsource and just literally make mini movies.
Everything comes back to WoW, especially MMOs. But yeah, and then I saw them play like a Char engineer. I was like, I want to be that. So then when the game came out, I played a Char engineer.
You're like, that's for me.
It's big cat engineers with guns.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want that?
So what class did you play in the game?
Oh my god, I can't even remember. What was the one? I usually, if I'm gonna be honest, I usually go for anything that's like sorcery, like wizardry, sorcery. So
magics.
I can't. It's been such a hot minute that I can't remember what the classes were. But if there was a mage, that was me.
I think they had like I think they were all themed. So there was like necromancy. There was
yes, I did have a necromancer because you could summon the scythe, right? The big green scythe.
Yeah,
I remember that. And I know there was a sorcerer type that I was as well. It's kind of my general rule. I'm usually a spellcaster of some kind.
Do you play RPGs, role-playing games, D&D and such?
I would say I have an interest in, but I've never actually played. Like I watch Acquisitions, Acquisitions Incorporated.
I've heard
Penny
of it.
Arcade.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it was a D&D series that the guys from Penny Arcade website used to pat every year. Yeah, that's I'm really into that. But I would say I've never played D&D, but I'm like I love it,
Yeah.
I love it, but I've never played. I have dice. I have some books. I think that like VTubing might be a good opportunity to like join some online D&D games, but I've never played one. I have a little bag of dice and I have a little chest and I've got some character sheets that I've made over the years that I haven't actually played it, so I'm a big fake.
You should definitely play it 100%. It's getting quite a quite popular recently.
Yeah, it's like a nerd revival.
What's your idea, Twiggy? I think I've said hi to everyone that's joined. Wolves are pretty sick. Among Us and Bat. Mori D&D stream. When I first started streaming, that was my goal. But the problem with D&D is streamers are incredibly busy. Like just organizing a collab playing a video game is hard. But D&D takes a fuck ton of planning.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it's also, I don't know if the content is fun for people to watch live.
It can be quite slow, you know.
Yeah, D&D is great. I'm also I've played role-playing games and DM'd for like 10 years. I'm also like D&D itself. I'm not a huge fan of. I prefer other systems. But yeah, I could do a one-shot and see if any streamers are down for that. But
hell yeah.
Mori D&D featuring Pixel. Yeah, we could do that at some point.
Yeah. We could do a space one.
Oh yeah. I do like the Star Wars system. I could just retheme that to be a generic space.
Generic space. We love generic space.
You know, like zapping and fishbowl helmets and stuff, like 50s. Indian's pretty fun, not gonna lie, but I really want to try other CGs. Yeah, other systems are great. The only problem is like the DM has to learn the rules, and also it's hard to convince players, especially if they're so used to Pathfinder or D&D. It's hard to convince them to move. Dramatic D&D stream. Yeah, Star Wars Genesis, pretty good. Have you done anything with the latest D&D? Yeah, 5th edition. I've worked a lot with 5th edition. I did some spooky sessions earlier this year and late last year. It worked pretty good. Did my first party wipe. But anyway,
this party wipe? Oh, no.
Yeah, it was like an eldritch being that they fought, so it was sort of in theme.
I was about to say it goes with the theme.
But anyway, let's move on to the next question before I get distracted by DM stuff too much. And what's your plans for the future as a VTuber? Any model upgrades? Any games you want to play in the future? Any new types of content?
I mean, there's always room to grow. I think if you don't plan on growing, if you don't have like, if you don't give yourself room to grow, you're just kind of like stunting yourself. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna try and organically evolve as time goes by. So there's gonna be a time where I'm just like, I'm sick of the way I look. Let's revamp that. I've got no real plans. I'm actually really happy with how my model looks in general. I've tried to kind of create like a 2D 3D type effect. But like I'm 3D but with like heavier outlines and stuff, so it looks more like 2D. Yeah, I don't know how I would look in like live 2D. But yeah, when it comes to content and stuff, this is kind of, I guess it's kind of backwards for some, because most people start with just chatting stuff. I would genuinely like to do more just chatting streams. I'm a little, as I said, I'm only about 7-8 weeks into my journey, so I'm a little self-conscious. I'm like, oh no, yeah. I'm like, what if no one turns up and I got no one to talk to? But yeah, I love, in case it wasn't obvious, I love talking. I love chatting. So yeah, I think I would like to evolve to do more kind of like just chatting streams. I love gaming, and I feel like I am a gaming VTuber at heart. But I kind of like to do more more chill stuff. Also, I don't know, not like podcast type stuff, but like you do interviews. I'd love to do like deep dives. Do you know what I mean? On like certain things. So maybe do streams like talking about a certain alien case, you know? Or like a certain cryptid case, and kind of just do like a just chatting stream, but that's informative, you know? So like come talk to me about Bigfoot, and then we just go through all of the evidence and do a big kind of poll at the end as to what everyone thinks.
I mean, that would be pretty good.
It sounds fun.
Unique content is very, very good. What sort of topics would you like to do? What are the 5 topics you'd like to do for that?
Well, for deep dives? I'd say, yeah, like we could do like individual cases. That would be quite fun. If we could do do you know about the Enfield haunting?
Vaguely, yeah.
It's I think it was the Conjuring movies. The second one was loosely based on the Enfield haunting. That one really interests me because there's so much information from various sides. There's literally reports by policemen who went into this house. They wrote official reports saying that they saw like supernatural activity, and I think that's really like interesting.
I think I remember hearing about this.
Like Roswell as well would be like a great deep dive. Like literally the original arriving of aliens on Earth. I think will be a good deep dive. I like a lot of true crime.
Classic.
So I think it'd be fun to do some kind of like true crime deep dives, like some serial killers and stuff.
He's not quite a VTuber, but he has massive VTuber energy. But the Metal Hay show deals with this sort of stuff. I'll link him. I could try and link him, but I can't remember how to spell him. But yeah, he's pretty good. Deals with this sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think it's a good angle, and it will be quite fun to mainly do kind of like cryptids and UFOs and stuff. It's very on brand, as they say.
Doldine's asking you to do the Alton Towers tree.
Alton Towers tree?
Have you ever been to Alton Towers?
I have.
Do you remember the ride Hex?
Is it the one where the room goes upside down?
Yeah. So that's based on the chained tree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real tree, and that's like a real like story that happened, a local thing to Alton Towers. I totally don't have a tattoo based on that.
Do you?
I do have a chained tree tattoo.
That's very cool. I just have flowers and birds and butterflies and crap.
I mean that's good too. It's a bit more optimistic. But for those of you in the chat who don't know the story of the chain tree, to try and sum it up quickly, there's an estate called Alton Towers. Which is it called Alton Towers? Anyway, the Alton family have an estate. They're rich people, and this was like in the 1600s or something. Mr. Alton was riding home down the path, and there was an old witch on the road next to a big tree. She was like, "Oh, give us a tuppence, me lords," and he was like, "Nah, mate," and carried on riding. So she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna curse you, and for every branch that falls off this tree, a member of your family will die." And he was like, that's not gonna happen. And then later that night there was a storm, and lightning struck the tree and a branch fell off, and a member of his family died. So he got loads of chains and chained up the tree. And there is a tree nearby to Alton Towers, where there are chains, and they've carbon dated the chains, and they are from that time period. So
Wow.
I've actually gone to see it. It's in a bit of a sad state now.
Oh, that's a shame.
But yeah, I actually have. I don't tell anyone. I took a small piece of the bark of the tree, and I have it in like a sort of semi-altar in my bedroom.
Ooh, sage the crap out of that.
I haven't had any dark dreams recently. I think it may have
Good.
run out. But yeah,
Good.
Twiggy was with me during that adventure. It was pretty fun. Hello, Jedi Chick. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you for the heart biddies. Twiggy does have spooky pics, but we're not going to release them because that would be doxing.
You don't want to get dark.
Not yet. You don't know what.
Not yet. Maybe one day, but not right now.
I'll save that to when when the numbers start dipping and I need to boost the numbers.
I make an OnlyFans and you release tree pics.
I thought that would have been the other way around. I would have the OnlyFans and you would have some sort of doxing pic.
Hey, I'd sign up for that.
We have come to the end of the normal questions.
Yay!
Which I think you have the record for taking the longest, but that's perfectly fine. It's
bad?
good. No, it means we just got lots of good conversation going, you know.
Hooray!
I'm just gonna go ahead with the top question I've had recently. And that is, if you were stuck on a desert island, and assuming you had the facilities and electricity and such, what games console would you take? And you can't take PC because that's too obvious.
Cheating.
Yeah.
I would maybe say a PlayStation 2.
Oh.
Because I feel like there's lots of like good nostalgia games that you can kind of play on that. Yeah, like when I was saying like Kingdom Hearts, like that was the PlayStation 2. God of War would be a good one. I feel like there's lots of good PlayStation. I feel like if you want it to be like not handheld, in my opinion. If you're on a desert island, you don't really want to be staring at a tiny screen. And I've never Pixel secret. Xbox. I've never owned an Xbox of any kind, so I'm a Nintendo and PlayStation gal. So I would say PlayStation 1 I think would be too jarring at this point with the quality. You'd be like, oh, I want a desert island. Oh no, that's PlayStation 1 games. Oh no, they look like crap. So I feel like PlayStation 2 has got like a good variety. Got a good variety.
I think if you had PS2, you could technically also bring PS1 games as well.
That's true. See? Big brain.
Big brain plays. I think it also has the largest library of all consoles, if I remember correctly.
There you go. There you go. See? Big brain.
But yeah, it's a very wise choice. Speaking of Xbox, I actually had one of the biggest regrets I had in life is I sold my PS3 to get a 360, and I hated it so much that within like less than 6 months I sold it and got my PS3 back.
Really?
Yeah, there's just the menu is so much advertising.
Really? Oh, see, because I've never owned one. I don't really know anyone that had one either, so I've never really seen the inner workings of the Xbox.
It doesn't really matter now because I feel like the new PlayStations, their menus are too busy and full of ads now.
Right, yeah.
Also, the exclusives on PlayStations tend to be better than Microsoft. And also now there's no point because all of the Microsoft exclusives are coming to PC anyway. So if you're a PC gamer, there's not much choice in getting.
Yeah.
Not much point, I should say. But yeah, Consoles are good. So you have a Switch and a PS5 at the moment?
That is true. Yeah, I mean, I've got my I got my laptop. It plays games well, but it doesn't do multiple things well. So if I just wanted to play, I don't know, something Warframe. If I wanted to play Warframe on the laptop, if I was just playing Warframe, it would work great. Look beautiful. But if I wanted to stream it and run my avatar at the same time, it just wouldn't work. So I do play PC games, but it's mainly in like downtime, you know?
Yeah. It is hard to do both at once on stream.
It is.
Sony wins the space console wars according to bugs or.
I agree. Sony will always win the console war for me, anyway.
Speaking of consoles and gaming, we're currently in the middle of E3 right now.
Yes.
Normally I would ask, are you excited for anything for E3? But I feel like we've seen most of the big ones now. So has there been anything you've seen this E3 that you're excited for?
This is gonna be really weird, but I actually saw like an indie game kind of like trailer. I think it was called like Wizards with Guns. Did you see that?
I don't think so, but it sounds
like
pretty good.
It's like a Diablo style, but it's all done in like 2D art, and you're literally like a wizard with a gun. It just looked really cute. It looks really cute. Honestly, I don't know what has come out. Let's see.
While you're thinking, Nipple has redeemed echolocation, so I have to wah 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 wah, detecting Pixel's secret. Wah 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 wah. Thank you, Nipple, for the echolocation.
But that was adorable.
Thank you. It's how I see.
It's how you see. Yes. Yes. Oh, there you go. I'm just having a look now. Oh, there's a new Fatal Frame. That sounds interesting.
Oh, is there?
Oh, there you go. The Metroid one that you read about, Metroid Dread.
Yeah, not quite Prime, but still a good Metroid Prime game.
Oh, did you see the Guardians of the Galaxy one?
Yes. I was a little bit annoyed as it took up loads of time in Square Enix, but the game itself looks interesting.
It looks interesting. I'm not sold yet. But it definitely looks interesting. If it's anything like the Marvel one that was released like recently, like no one played that. No one played it, and it looked a bit poop.
I've had an experience in that game, but
Oh really? Did you play it?
So my story was the beta came out, or the demo, and I played it, and I played like just enough that I was like, damn, this is a good game. This has got good story content and stuff. But if I would have played it for another like minute, because I stopped playing it because it's like, I don't want any more story spoilers. If I would have played it for another minute, I would have seen that the game became like a Destiny-like in an MMO, and I would have hated it.
Oh.
But yeah,
they cheated you.
They cheated me. So I eventually bought the game for 50 quid. And I played it, and yeah, it was like 60% of it was shit. Just the story missions where it focuses on just the story were really, really good. But like the rest of the game, where it was like a stupid looter beat 'em up, was just so painful and dead. I feel like if they just focused on the single player, it would have been a really good game. And I think early on, it seems like that's what they wanted. But yeah, that was. It looks like this Guardians of the Galaxy. It looks like that's what they wanted the Marvel game to be. So I'm excited to try it.
It looked pretty good to me. I'm literally like, as of speaking, I'm going through the list trying to see if there's anything it takes.
Bugs is mentioning Borderlands, D&D, and Evil Dead.
That is true. Those two look, wow. See, E3's been so. I feel like it's been so long this year. I even forgot about that. Yeah, the Evil Dead game looks really good. It's like Dead by Daylight. or like the Friday the 13th game, but Evil Dead.
I think so. Yeah.
That looks pretty good. And yeah. There's a new Borderlands game. Like I said, I play a lot of Borderlands 3. It's a fantasy based Tiny Tina kind of one-shot spin-off, but it has loads of celebrity voices.
Holy shit.
That's what I was like eh. It's like Andy Samberg from Lonely Island and stuff is doing voices, and I don't know. I'm excited for it because it looks pretty good, but at the same time, I don't know. It feels a little bit, you start jumping the shark when you start pulling in the celebrity voices, in my opinion.
Yeah. Borderlands does seem to have that sort of humor going for it.
It's very silly.
Bugs says Old Mother Hills was cancelled and taken down for the new one. Everyone hates. Very sad.
Aww.
So another thing about that Avengers game is the whole point of buying it on PlayStation was you get Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is still not out yet or even spoken about.
Really? So they were just like, oh, if you do this, then we'll give you this character, and then you just never got him.
Yep. And Spider-Man's like the big Marvel favorite for everyone. So
yeah. You got a very British touch then.
So bad. Can't believe it.
It's bad when you get touched.
Fucking come on. What did us two eat yesterday? What did you eat yesterday?
What did I eat yesterday? I ate a very hot curry. It was very hot.
Oh.
Yeah, my mouth was on fire.
You remember what it was called?
It was homemade. It was homemade. I do a lot of cooking. It was kind of like, I don't know, improvised. No, I like to cook. I like to cook. Most of the stuff that I eat, I cook from home. So I made hummus the other day with naan bread.
Oh.
Naan bread's really easy to make. If you know how to make it, you can make it with literally yogurt and flour, and that's it.
Wow, I didn't realize yogurt was in naan bread.
Yeah, I think you can use yeast, and you can do everything like that, but you can make some pretty good naan bread with literally yogurt and flour and like a teaspoon of baking powder, and that's it.
That's pretty good. We're gonna
what
be
did
getting.
You eat?
What did I eat? I think I had carbonara. I found this like semi-fancy carbonara you can get. It's like a set. You like get sauce and pasta in a box and like herbs. That's quite nice.
I love carbonara.
It's definitely the best one. I feel I can't like eat any other pasta sauce now. Like after discovering carbonara.
Right? Yeah, it's really good. It's so creamy. Jeez.
I'm trying to remember what else I ate. That's the only thing I can remember. It was probably pizza. I eat a lot of pizza.
Oh, I haven't had pizza in ages.
What? You need to fix that.
I know.
Get some of that pizza in you. But are we gonna get a pixel cooking stream at some point?
Oh, that would be quite fun. I'd need like a do like a hand cam. Hand cam. Dye myself grey.
Yeah. Or just put a grey filter on, I guess. But
see, big brain. You got. I would have dyed myself green. Green. I would have dyed myself grey when I could have just used a filter.
You could dye yourself green and use it as a green screen.
And then chroma myself.
But yeah.
It seems like a lot of mess.
Well, you're cooking anyway, so.
That's true. That's
gonna be a mess. Your space cats can help as well, of course.
Yes. Oh, trust. Yes, space cats. Space cats get everywhere. Make lots of mess. And lots of noise. They're actually being very quiet right now.
Oh,
good job, space cats.
Very polite for the interview. I paid them. I bribed them.
You paid.
Bribe.
That's what that envelope was.
Yeah, it's the cats. It's a couple of dreamies in there. Buy
Oh
yourself
my
something
god,
nice.
no! Don't say the word! Don't say the word! They know what it means!
Oh shit, their ears pricked up.
Yeah, they'll come busting through the walls.
Meow. Meow.
Very, very regal cats there. Meow.
Meow. Meow. It's what cats are, right? They're the more regal of household pets.
One might almost say arrogant.
Maybe.
As someone who owns them, well, yeah, I'm more than willing to say arrogant. Little arrogant, little hoity-toity.
Do we have any cats in chat? Cat owners, I should say, not cats.
Or cats. There might be some cat girls in there.
I know
Maybe they're
Popple
up
was
to
here
dreamies.
earlier. She's a cat tuber.
Cat tuber. Does she like dreamies? Wouldn't that be great if that was the way that we convince cat VTubers to be on our side, is with dreamies?
You gotta go pss, 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 pss. Twiggy has 2 cats.
Yeah.
Nipple, we're asking if anyone has cats or is a cat in chat.
Both. Why not? What about if you are a cat with cats?
Oh, that's the dream, I guess.
That's the dream.
I was almost a cat tuber, but at the sort of last decision, I chose not to be, just because there's so many cat tubers. I made the mistake of.
A lot. You can stand out. You can stand out. Make it your own.
How would I do that? I'm not sure. I was almost a red panda, but I was like, oh no, red panda's going to be super popular. I'll pick a bat, and it turns out bats are semi-popular, and there's very rarely red pandas. So
I love red pandas. Red pandas are almost hands down the most adorable animal I have discovered on Earth.
Oh yeah, 100%. They're not quite as lazy as sloths, but they have that sort of chill attitude.
They have a very chill attitude, but they also do the thing where they try and make themselves look like really big and aggressive, and they stand on their back legs and they like T-pose. And that just kills me. Yeah, like
I'm big and scary,
careful.
fear me.
I am not adorable. I am deadly and scary.
I read somewhere yesterday that there's like almost nothing directly related to red pandas, and they're sort of their own species.
Oh, but that kind of makes sense.
I think they're like a mix of raccoon and bears are like the closest, but they're not like close enough.
It's like Japan has they have the raccoon dogs, don't they? With, like no tails. Like there are so many weird animals. Earth has so many weird animals. I love it.
I think we need to encourage more weird animal love. Like I forgot what they're called now. Anglings.
Ah, yes. Or what did I learn on one of my animal streams? Oh, mantis shrimp. Do you know about mantis shrimp?
Oh yeah, they can punch really hard, right?
I've forgotten which culture, but there's a culture somewhere in the world that literally has them in their native area, and they call them thumb splitters. Because they literally, if they catch you with their punch, they can just like split your thumb open. It's nasty.
That sounds
they're evil little buggers.
You excuse me for a moment. I need to turn the lights on because it's got really dark suddenly. But if anyone has any questions in the chat, go for it. How do I mute myself? I'll just mute my mic.
I can't see the chat. Hang on. I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna try and get it open. I'm sorry if my model freaks out. As I've said, my little crappy. no, I've lost chat altogether. Okay, I now have chat open. Who's your crush or significant other? Should I be really cheesy and say Zen? Because I've already said Zen twice.
I think that's allowed.
Significant other. Crush, but crush. I'll say crush.
Zen's pretty good. I haven't watched a huge amount of Zen, but
yeah.
I like her story arc of having the adopted Russian daughter.
Yes. I know about that. And I kind of just like, didn't she have like a Zen's picture like on her desk?
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, Mother Zen, and then it kind of came to fruition.
I think Fruit went on her stream once. Let me catch up the chat. What's your favorite dinosaur? I don't know if you answered.
I didn't. My favorite dinosaur? I'm gonna say a Triceratops because they got 3 horns and that's kind of cool. And I feel like everyone always says raptor, right? Everyone always says raptor or T-Rex. Also, maybe a pterodactyl just because of that silent P.
Oh, that'd be very useful to silently pee.
I agree. What a talent. You never have to be self-conscious going in public bathrooms ever again.
That would be pretty handy. Could just pee proudly. I'm gonna say loud and proud, but that's the opposite of being silently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bugs is asking.
They have these. Oh yeah, Karen.
Oh no, you go first before we move on.
Oh, I was just gonna say they have. I've seen these keychains that they sell in Japan that makes noise when you go to the bathroom, so people can't hear you pee, and you have like a little keychain that plays like a tune. I love it. It's so silly. I love it so much.
Oh, that reminds me. I read something the other day of in Japan, women would often flush the toilet to hide their peeing. And because they would waste so much water, they had to introduce like little machines that would play the sound of a flushing toilet just so that they wouldn't waste water.
Oh my god, that's kind of clever though. See, it's like if they don't have one of those, you bring your keychain and then it plays a little song. A little tinkle song.
Hello, Ven. Hello, welcome. Ven's another raccoon. I'm also part raccoon. It's hard to tell, but
no, you got your little raccoon mask and your little ears. You look so much like a raccoon.
Yeah, the only reason I'm part raccoon is because when I had my initial model made, everyone's like, "Are you a raccoon tuber?" And I was like, So now I'm just mainly bat and part raccoon. But you'll get more lore when I do my re-debut some point.
Yeah.
I think we touched on this, but any upcoming games you plan on playing?
I've debated doing the I've been playing a little bit of Assassin's Creed, and they did a DLC recently where you go to Ireland. That looks really fun.
That's the Druids one, right?
Yeah, Wrath of the Druids. Yeah, I got that. It looks kind of fun. I want to start doing some more like community stuff, like maybe at the weekend do like the Jackbox or like something like that. I think that'll be quite fun.
Jackbox tends to be if you have the right audience, it's very, very fun.
Chaotic.
Just gotta play the right games, I guess. Nipple likes dodos. I'm not sure. They are extinct. I'm not sure if they count as dinosaurs necessarily, but. Oh. Have we lost Pixel? Have we lost connection to UFO?
Oh, I don't think so. Am I here?
Oh, okay. There you go. Dodos, then what would be your first piece of merch?
Ooh,
that's a very good
interesting.
Question.
it sounds so tacky and so cheesy, but I think body pillows are cool because they're almost like a meme at this
Oh yeah,
point
yeah.
now, you
Oh
know?
yeah.
It's like I don't know if anyone actually wants one or if anyone actually uses one, but I think like body pillows are just like funny to me. Or maybe a booba mouse, you know?
Oh shit, yeah.
Like a mouse pad.
I've heard body pillows. I've like lots of people have them. I know of lots of people that have them, and apparently they're like legit very comfortable.
Really? We can kind of like hug it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like leg support.
I've been thinking about getting one, but like deciding on a waifu is really hard to get.
Oh, well, there you go. When I make mine, I'll send you a promo.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'll post it on Twitter.
You can have an alien waifu.
But you gotta have the like tasteful side, and then there's the lewd side on the back as well.
Yeah.
I think I like early on when I started streaming, I had a tweet of like top 3 goals as a VTuber. Number 1 was to do Ding, with a first. I think at the time it was going to be the first VTuber D&D stream, but people have done that since. But I might still do it at some point. Number 2 is interviewing people, which I have started doing, and then which I'm doing right now. If you didn't know. And number 3 was have a body pillow bit made of me.
You can do it. I believe in you.
That's going well fast. Dodo's favorite animal. I wouldn't mind having a body pillow, but without the waifu print. Yeah, you can legitimately get body pillows just without the print. They're like an actual thing. I think it's like pregnancy things to get like body pillows.
Have you seen the one where it looks like a person's lap with like someone kneeling and you're meant to put like your head on their lap?
I feel like that's too real. That's getting past a thing. Doot wants to wah 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 helping Doot wah wah wah. Hello Doot. I have saved Doot from the voids. I need you to echolocate. Thank you. There you go, Doot. But yeah, that's body pillows. I've heard
Body pillow 101.
Yes. I've heard a top tip is to just buy the case and then just buy the pillow stuffing yourself because it's significantly cheaper.
Oh yeah, I bet. That sounds like a good tip. That's the sort of thing that like you spend money on the case, and then when you go to buy the pillow, it's like 4 times the price of the case.
Yeah. It also saves on delivery. You just take a trip to IKEA.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to know about like the delivery to a spaceship. Awful.
It's it hard.
Yeah.
You have to get a middleman to come up.
Yeah, Amazon has problems getting to space.
Not for long, apparently.
We need to contact Elon Musk.
Isn't he going out into space soon?
Probably. He's always going back to space.
Well, he can do his thing, I guess. He can go on up there. But yeah, speaking of body pillows, that's a perfect segue to lead on to anime and manga, which I feel like every VTuber has to have some form of connection to anime and manga. So what's your connection?
Well, I'd say, see, I love anime. I love anime and manga, but I feel like I'm not as versed as a lot of the community, which is probably I mean you can kind of tell by the way like I've made myself look, you know. I guess I look kind of anime, but I'm not like super anime. I'm more have like reference to I think the most recent thing that I've watched were Fire Force. Fire Force I watched quite recently. That was good.
Oh,
Apart from that, I started with all the classics. I started with Sailor Moon, Cowboy Bebop, Akira,
classic.
Ghost in the Shell, Samurai Champloo. What else? So wait, Tenchi Muyo, was a big one for me. Classics, yeah. I feel like
Classics.
I'm like I'm a classics kind of girl. I do watch some of the more recent stuff. I haven't watched what's the one that everyone Demon Slayer everyone's on about these days? I haven't seen
Demon
that.
Hunter, Demon Slayer, something like that.
My thing is I would like to. Yeah, I would like to. I just it's one of those things again. When you're a streamer, you're short on time.
Yeah, so
I
much
just
anime.
need more time. I tell you what killed me though. Have you ever seen Your Lie in April?
I don't think so.
Oh my god. Okay, well if you want to just like cry for a month, go watch that. Oh,
Doot hands. No, very few. Have a
Doot scene. One of the few I have seen. It's tragic. It's beautiful, but it's tragic. Cry, Pepe.
a confession I have to make is I don't actually watch a lot of anime and stuff, but I've seen
that's
some.
fine.
I've got around, but a lot of these new ones, everyone's like, "Oh, have you seen my father's dragon and my mom wanted to slay him?" Because the meta right now is to have like titles. But yeah, I think anime movies are the way to go.
Dragon Maid. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A good one for you. Monster Musume.
Oh, I did actually watch that with a friend, and I have the first volume of the manga.
There you go. I found it. I found your weakness.
Damn, you got me. I did play. Oh, what's that degenerate game? Monster Girl Quest or something. Many years ago, I played that. Have you seen High School when in Another World where bats look like raccoon? Or like echolocating? Oh no, 2015. Favorite decade for anime? That is an interesting question.
That's a good question. I'd say not. I would say maybe like early to mid 2000s, maybe. Like if you go back too far, if you go back like early 90s, getting into the 80s, the art is just is so different, and it's some of it's bad, some of it's like actively bad. To me anyway, personally. So I'd say like kind of like late 90s, early 2000s. But then some of the stuff now, I mean, some of the stuff, like the quality of animation has just like skyrocketed in the last few years, I feel.
Yeah, I think it's become a massive industry now, more of an international one in the past decade or so.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the meta, if you will, of just like what they called. It's like moe schoolgirls. That seems to be like the most popular
little tiny girls, big eyes, lots of ugu and uwu.
It's slowly moving on to fantasy. I feel like that's becoming the next big trend. But yeah, I like it puts me off an anime if there's so many there's like 5 seasons or whatever. I just and there's like no end in sight.
Oh, that's like One Piece. I've never got into One Piece. I've always kind of wanted to, but when I look, there's like, I mean, we're getting into like thousands of episodes now. They must be over 1,000 of One Piece, and it's too daunting. It's too daunting. I can't commit that much time to pirates.
Yeah, it's it's sort of like MMOs in a way. It's just a massive time sink.
Yeah.
That's mostly why I stick to anime films. They also
Mm-hmm.
tend to be higher quality as well. But yeah, that's anime and manga. You mentioned Sailor Moon. Is that the first one you watched?
Yes, Sailor Moon. First, it was the first ever anything anime I watched, followed by probably again classic, but Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah,
Probably
yeah.
my second. Um, Cardcaptor Sakura. You know,
Ooh,
kind of. I was about to say girly stuff, but then Dragon Ball Z isn't really girly.
that's
I
the
watched it
magical girl
anyway.
anime, right? It's Dragon Ball, the magical
Mm-hmm.
girl anime.
Yeah, it's magical girls for boys.
Hmm.
Um, no, but I loved it so much that I was like trying to convince my parents to like take me to like martial arts lessons because I was like so into Dragon Ball.
Did you become a martial arts master?
I got to like purple. I got to like purple belt. I got reasonably high. And then I was tiny at the time. I was probably maybe like 11.
Hmm.
And yeah, I was doing good. I was getting up there. I was having fun. I was kicking butt. And then we had like an induction day for like new members of the dojo, and I got teamed up with someone new, and they didn't understand that you pull your punches.
Hmm.
You don't hit people like in the face. And he
Yeah.
wasn't even like, he'd literally come for like a tryout day, so he wasn't actually a member. And I was about 11, and maybe 18 to 21-year-old dude punched me square in the nose,
What the
and
fuck?
that was the first time I'd ever been like hit. And I crumpled, I cried, and I basically quit. I never went back.
That's like
So I watched Dragon Ball Z from the sidelines, going going, I know, I wish I could be like that, but I got punched in the face.
that does sound like some sort of health and safety risk of putting like some newbie 18-year-old against like an 11-year-old.
Right? It was because I knew what I was doing to an extent. Like the
Hmm.
way the club that I was in, it was I don't know how much you know about like martial arts. It was mainly what they call kata.
Hmm.
So it's basically like it's almost like a routine that you learn. And of course you do, you know, grab people, you do throw people, you do like throw punches, but you always like pull them. So
Yeah.
you don't like hurt each other. So it's more kind of like ritual, I guess, like an formation based as opposed to like actual fighting.
Hmm.
Yeah, and this guy didn't get the memo. So it just kind of caused a mass scramble of like, oh no, we don't hit people. Pixel, are you okay? To which I was like, no.
uh,
And I didn't go back. So there you go. If you're gonna try out for a dojo, kids, don't hit each other in the face.
I've heard that like of all sports, martial arts has the highest chance of getting injured.
Oh,
It's like
really?
over 100% chance of getting injured if you do martial
Oh,
arts.
it's over 100% chance.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to be overly shocked at being
hmm.
hit in the face when you are in somewhere
I,
that's designed to teach you to hit people in the face.
yeah, without gloves and stuff as well, without any safety equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not the best.
Nuh-uh.
I did Tai Chi for a while, like a year or two. That's the closest to martial arts I've done.
Oh, Tai Chi's nice though. I find it really relaxing.
It's sort of like a nice mix of yoga and martial arts.
Mm-hmm. It's like more upright yoga.
Yeah, yeah. With a bit more of a theme, I guess you could say. Less
Yeah.
downward doggy and more the forms. But
More flowing river.
yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Is all of the, Avatar: Last Airbender. All the different elements are based on different forms of martial arts. So water was Tai Chi. So every time I was like doing these moves, it's like, this is that move from Avatar.
So you got a little bit of insight.
It was pretty good. So I know a little bit of water bending. I can't remember what the others.
Water bending? You need to evolve to blood bending.
Oh, that's dangerous stuff. I feel like there's too much. Like almost every single form of. I get it's a kids show, but like every single form of bending can be used. Which is another point of everyone called benders, which in the UK is. This is not quite a slur, but it's not a nice thing. Every single type
more
of
a.
Yeah. Every single form has its like a way of just killing people easily.
Its evolved version.
So why Pix has no nose? Ask Bugs.
Oh, wait, why do I have no nose? Oh wait, no. Is that why I have no nose? Oh, because it was punched off. Yeah, that's why. It was punched off. No, I haven't found a way in Vroid yet to actually like remove my nose. So when I move in certain directions, you can kind of see the shadow. But no, I have no nose because alien greys in general that don't have noses. So I just decided to take my nose off. How do I smell? Awful.
Classic joke.
Yay, but
Is your top fan Gamma the Robot? I've seen them quite a lot.
Hi, Gamma!
The streams.
I see you, Gamma. Hi, Gamma. Good to see you. Welcome. Thank you for coming to Kamori Mojo's channel.
Thank you. I appreciate it. For anyone new to the stream, feel free to ask any questions you like. Curie Coco had nose problems. Rest in peace, Coco. Well, not rest in peace, but she's graduating.
rest in graduation.
Yeah. Why is it called graduation?
I think it's because it sounds softer than I'm quitting, right?
I sort of assumed.
I mean, if
like one VTuber.
If you've sunk a lot of time and effort into a certain VTuber, if you've donated a lot, if you've grown really attached, and then they send out a post that's like, "Hey, I'm quitting," it can sound a little harsh. But if they're like, "Oh, I'm graduating," it sounds a bit more like, "Oh, congratulations."
Gamma is asking, who do you secretly have a crush on? Which we spoke on earlier.
I did say Zen. Should we think of someone else?
Can't believe you're cheating on Zen like that so easily.
I know. Well, should we go for Zen? We'll go for Zen's waifu. We'll go for Fruit.
Oh, I do love Fruit. I wish I could watch more Fruit. Another
so cute.
British tuber.
So cute.
I think when I was looking for a new model maker, or VTube mama, I guess people call them, I wanted to get Fruit, but I don't know how you commission Fruit. I feel like that's top secret information.
Yeah, it's probably like a kind of like a friends and family kind of thing, like if you have access to Fruit's DMs enough for her to actually notice, then you can probably commission.
I've got a friend who knew Fruit before she was VShojo. But I don't know much about it. I didn't ask too much. Graduating implies moving on to something different, which is kind of true. Yeah. Got to move on to something a bit more. I don't know. I was thinking about the other day, but we have a few streamers that go from normal streaming to VTubing, but do we have any VTubers that went from VTubing to normal streaming?
No, there's got to be a few, right? I mean, there was kind of like the face reveal like tag that went kind of big in the community like a couple of weeks ago. A lot of people kind of do it just because it's fun, you know. So I think we're probably gonna get some people who are just gonna go, you know what? I'm ditching the avatar. I'm using my face.
Yeah, maybe when they get more comfortable with streaming. The Texas Bunny. She's probably the closest, but she does half and half. She hasn't quite ditched VTubing. And then Code Miku has like always been open with Technician and herself.
Yeah, I was about to say she has Technician.
I watched like a fuck ton of Code Miku just before I started VTubing. Probably the one that inspired me to do interviews, to be honest.
She has a really good format. I love the whole like giving chat an excuse to look at her boobs by putting chat on her boobs.
I haven't seen that. Is that like
again innovation, people?
Yes, one day I'll get chat. I don't have any boobs to put them on, sadly. Then
you could put it on your wings.
Oh yeah, I could. I'm getting new wings that are less take up so much space. Because these ones are nice, but it kind of reminds me of like what are they called? Like hen night outfits where they just have like strap-on wings that just. I don't know if that makes sense.
All about hen night strap-on wings.
Yeah.
I know this very well.
Have you partaken in the party outfits?
The party outfits, not regularly. I have been known to be a bit of a party monster. I feel like the world's a different place now. My partying days are probably way behind me. But I like to get a little bit turned on a Friday night. Sometimes I play Fall Guys, and I get a bit tipsy. That's about the closest I think I'll come to getting drunk in silly outfits for a while.
The adult sophisticated getting turned. Hen dudes? Is that meant to be hen nights? At least your ears are not little hair clip willies. So I've not heard of that one before. That would be TOS, unfortunately. Yeah, getting crunk.
Yes, getting turned, getting crunk, getting lit.
Oh, I feel like that's a very British thing to just say anything, and it's just like a word for drunk. My teacher in school taught me trolleyed, getting trolleyed.
Trolleyed, getting hammered, getting what else have I got? I have a friend who would say tipsy bit little because she was really drunk once, and we asked if she was a little bit tipsy, and she replied, "How dare you? I am not tipsy bit little." So that became a thing for a while.
That's a good one. Getting sloshed.
Yeah, sloshed is good.
Getting buzzed is one that I've heard, which is it's not quite drunk. It's like the optimal amount of drinking, I feel.
Yeah, it's like pre-drink.
It's like that, just enough that you got the feeling, but you're not like at a state of, what's the right word to put it? Not antisocial, but wild. Getting rebooted, getting wallpapered. Totally car washed. That sounds bit different, but
Oh no, I'm gonna use that now. I got totally car washed.
Oh yeah, mate, got car wash last night.
You what, mate?
You what?
Do you get people coming onto your channel and asking you to say stuff in British?
Not quite. I did have someone who kept changing their accent to be like slightly British.
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite cute. But I haven't had anyone like specifically asking yet. I feel like
I've had a couple.
Oh.
I've had what was it? The most recent one was if I could say bottle of water.
Bottle of water. Yeah, mate, pass me a bottle of water. In Hungary, you get so drunk, you go home, you don't remember what happened, you teleport. Ah, I've heard about that one.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't think I've ever got that drunk before. I think I've always stopped.
Lived.
I think uni was when I drank the most. But I never got like blackout drunk. I just got like, I think my body just makes me too sick and I stop drinking before I get like that sort of drunk.
Your body's sensible.
Unfortunately. There was one time I did kept drinking because I went to a club called Dungeon, and I may or may not have fancied the barmaid, and I learnt that night, don't keep buying drinks to try and impress a barmaid because it doesn't work.
You just get very drunk.
Yeah.
And she slowly moves further and further away the drunker you get.
I was also too shy to like say anything, so like my version of flirting was just I'd buy a drink and then go and drink it and then come back. It didn't help that vodka and coke was £1 that night. Yeah. But yeah, that was a long time ago. That was in the past. Don't try and hit on the barmaid. It doesn't work.
I don't think I've ever had vodka and coke. I usually have rum and coke.
Oh yeah, rum's the premium. That's what I usually drink. Bit of Kraken.
Oh yeah, I love a bit of Kraken.
Oh, I've tried to find something that's better than Kraken, but I haven't found it yet.
Sailor Jerry, I like. Quite good. It's like extra spicy.
Ah, so that's sort of like the cinnamon stuff.
Kind of. It's just basically it tastes like Kraken, but with a little afterburn.
Ooh. I'll have to try it again. I think I tried it a bit in uni, but uni is basically just a drinking experience for most people. We're trying all sorts. Britain, the place where you have a pub on every corner, is actually not that far off being true.
They're closing a lot down though.
Yeah, it's probably the pandemic, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Boo.
Yeah, well, we're slowly coming out of it now, so
keep going, keep chugging.
Once Captain Morgan party boat, everyone on a corner, come on, at least two.
2 in every corner.
I would say that's wrong, but I legitimately have 2 pubs across the road from me, so it is very true. I'm just checking my list of topics. I think the only one I have left is books and reading. Are you much of a reader?
Sort of. I feel like I'm not much of a kind of like Game of Thrones, like sit down and read like big old books. I like kind of weird tales, you know, like you mentioned like H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh yeah, I love Lovecraft.
Like yeah, like kind of short weird tales. Is kind of what I'm I guess kind of like almost like creepypasta, right?
Oh yeah.
H.P. Lovecraft's like the originator of creepypasta. One of my favorites. Do you know the yellow wallpaper?
It rings a bell. I don't think I've read it
Yeah,
yet.
it's short. You can read it. You can read it in a couple hours. Is I did have it. There you go. Charlotte Perkins Gilman did a short story called the Yellow Wallpaper that is literally about a woman trapped in an attic who basically is slowly driven mad by the wallpaper.
Classic.
So literally anything that's like that kind of stuff, I'm like really into it. I like kind of short bite-size weird fiction.
Short fiction.
Like what is it? Have you ever read Cool Air by H.P. Lovecraft?
That's one I haven't actually heard of from Lovecraft.
Oh, that's a good one. It's about a dude who lives in an apartment, and he's always freezing because the person up above has like the air conditioning on so high, and it's just like this short story about him trying to work out why the guy has the air conditioning on and why it's so cold all the time. And yeah, spoilers for something that's 100 years old. Yeah, it's because the guy is basically fighting death, and he's found a way that if he keeps his body at a certain temperature, he won't die. So he's literally
smart.
living in an apartment that's just filled with ice. It's pretty cool.
Bugs is asking, do you have a favorite podcast?
Ooh, there's quite a few actually. I'm quite a big podcast listener.
Ooh.
Last Podcast on the Left, if anyone's heard of that. That's a really great one if you're into kind of weird stuff, and true crime. They do a lot of kind of serial killers, true crime, and they've also done like aliens and stuff like that. Bigfoot Collectors Club is a good one.
Oh.
What was it? My Favorite Murder as well is a good one. I listened to quite. I tell you one that's kind of in our field. Do you know Jesse Cox from YouTube fame?
The name rings a bell. I don't know if I know them.
Super well. He used to do a lot of stuff with Total Biscuit.
Okay.
Yeah, they did a podcast together. He has a podcast with one called Crendor, who basically is one of kind of YouTube's big WoW players and has been since like vanilla.
Damn.
Yeah, and they have a podcast called Cox and Crendor, and there's wonderful animations. If you don't even need to listen to the podcast, if anyone is ever sad or bored, just like go on YouTube and type in Cox and Crendor animated, and you will be delighted for 3 minutes.
Oh. Are they like short podcasts or stuff then?
They do short podcasts, but then they have someone on YouTube who animates all of their best bits that are just that.
I think if
laptop
dying.
Oh, there you go.
Connection.
That was my
breaking.
Alexa doxing me in the background.
Oh, thanks, Alexa. Oh shit, I said it. Fuck. No, she didn't wake up. I didn't.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I didn't program address into
No,
mine.
it's fine.
I was worried about my one. I think if you like all that spooky stuff, a podcast I used to listen to was And That's Why I Drink, or That's Why We Drink. They're two people. One brings a true crime story every episode, and the other one brings a ghost story every episode. And sometimes they deal with like aliens and stuff.
Yes.
I used to listen to them a lot, but they went down the path of every podcast of having those like incredibly cheesy pre-recorded ads of like sponsors, and just puts me off.
I know exactly what you mean.
A classic I used to listen to was the Yog Pod by the Yogs Cast.
Yes! Oh my god, Yog Pod!
Which a little Komori fact for you is the wah 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 sound comes from the Yog Pod.
Yes, it sounds like a Simon noise.
Yeah, the Queen summoning or teleporting a Jaffa cake.
Yes! Oh my god, I know exactly what you're on about. With
The,
the I'm an old man and I've fallen over.
I'm an old man, I've fallen over. But it's okay, I can still listen to the Yog Pod. To this day, it's the best content they've made, is the Yog Pod.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. We're so British. We're so British, Mojo.
Brinch is the best. We need Barry Monkey Tube to complete the trifecta of. Actually, he doesn't know there's loads of British YouTubers. Poffle is British, who came in. Fruit's British. Apparently Vebe is British. Is Gamma British?
In the chat, they're British, yeah.
Get all a British club in it.
British.
Just have a bit of a natter. Chin, wiggle the old chin, chew the fat.
Yeah, chew the fat.
But yeah, we've gone for 2 hours now. So I think we'll start wrapping this up. I'm Dave, and I'm a Yognaut. Salute.
Oh my god, yes! I am Dave! Exclamation mark, the Yognaut.
Oh, I need to go back and listen to them again. When I was playing Animal Crossing last year, I started listening to them again.
They're
Absolutely
so good.
Brilliant.
They're so good.
I feel like they've changed, but yeah, you can't really blame them. It's what happens when you get big.
Yeah.
And
you grow, you age, you evolve.
Yeah. One day they'll come back and do I think they every few years they do an episode of the Odd Pod.
They have a thing on YouTube that they do now where they watch stuff.
I think I briefly saw that. Those the original the OGs.
The OGs.
That reminds me of a story of I was at Eurogamer once. And at the time I had a friend who was obsessed with Hannah. Was that her name?
Yes, Lewis's girlfriend at the time.
Yeah. And then I was like, texting a friend like, do you want me to get like an autograph? And she was like, yeah, go for it. And then while I was waiting to talk to her, another woman came over and started talking to me. And I was like incredibly nervous at the time. So I was like sort of just like, yeah, okay. And it wasn't until afterwards somebody pointed out that was like another member of the Yogscast that was talking to me.
No!
And I didn't recognize her at all. I can't remember her name. She was like shortish with black hair.
Kim?
Yeah, maybe Kim. It rings a bell. And yeah. I do regret it. I should have been a bit more polite. I didn't mean to brush her off. I was just sort of like focused at the time.
Yeah. Oh, it happens. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm sure she gets it all the time.
But when I got to Hannah, I was like, I'm just texting my friend. She took my phone and then like replied to my friend, which at the time was a Motorola Pebble. A shout out, Motorola Pebbles.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember those.
I miss that phone. But anyway, yeah. Do you have any questions before we leave? And raid someone.
Yeah. How long have you been VTubing?
I started on the 15th of March.
So yeah. You're around the same as me, really.
Roughly, yeah. I did have a month off because I had a really bad toothache.
Oh no.
So a few weeks I didn't really stream. But yeah, I'm still a babu tuber as a two.
Babu tuber.
Babu tuber.
But that's horrible.
When did you start?
I believe I started kind of mid-April, I think. So you've got about a month on me.
Yeah, but with the weeks that I've lost, I think we're roughly the same streamer time.
Hooray!
Ooh. Hooray for British tubers.
Grow together.
Oh, space bats, I guess.
Space bats. Yes.
Although my new a little tidbit I can give away is my new rebrand is a fantasy themed. So
Oh, fun, fun, fun. Ah, so excited. I'm so excited. See, this is the thing is I'm too content. I'm too content with my current model. So I have no rebranding ideas, but that just means I'm like extra excited when other people do it.
Ah.
I'm just like, you what? You're changing? I'm so excited.
Yeah, I was thinking when I first started, I was like, yeah, I'm a bat, but like I needed like something else to
Yeah.
focus on, because like there's only so much you can do with just bats, and there's already lots
Yeah.
of other VTubers that are just bats. So it's like, let's add some other. I think motif is the correct term for it. But yeah, I can't talk about it too much as it's coming soon.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Yes, Bilbo, you better, or Frodo even, you better.
Yes.
Leave it on the mantelpiece and forget about it for a long time.
Definitely.
Yeah. Any last minute questions from the chat? As I start looking for someone to raid, do you have any suggestions on who to raid?
Let's have a look. See who I've got. I have a good friend, Buttery Squids, who's streaming at the minute.
Oh, I think I saw you were you do Minecraft with them.
I do. I tried to on Monday, but the scuff became too much.
That's like a rite of passage for VTubers is having scuff. If you could DM me their name, I can look them up. Boom, boom. Buttery Squids.
Oh, there you go. It's the combination. Like you said, you're a raccoon and a bat, and Buttery Squids is a squid and butter.
Butter is an interesting one. Yeah, we'll start that raid. We'll go raid Buttery Squids. But yeah, it's been great having you. It's very rare my interviews go over 2 hours, so it's pretty good.
I'm a chatty girl.
Ooh, I'll have to learn more. Thank you for coming, Ben. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm actually interviewing Ben tomorrow, so
Yay! Awesome.
if you want to learn about a red raccoon that plays fighting games, that will be happening tomorrow.
That sounds amazing.
But yeah, this has been InvaderPixel. I'll shout you out once more before I leave. I'm trying to remember how I first discovered you, but I can't actually remember. I remember...
It might be MonkeyTube. I know that I was one of his VTuber showcases.
Ah, yeah, that must be why then. Hopefully that happened. Yeah, that went right. Big fans of MonkeyTube here, Monkey Love. But yeah, it's been a pleasure having you. I hope you had fun. It's been a pleasure talking. I'm glad. And the raid message is about to go. So how do you say bye to your stream in the next 10 seconds? I say bye, everyone. See you soon. Bye. 3, 2, 1.